Florida real estate, crazier than I've ever seen it. Hi everyone, my name is Mike Rennick. I'm the team lead, the senior broker of Team Rennick, part of that great Mangrove Realty Associates family. My guest this morning is Mr. Stephen Reed.
Hey.
Stephen, welcome. Steve is the owner and publisher of the Longboat Key News and the Sarasota City News. We do a lot of segments about happenings in Florida, the west coast of Florida. We thought we'd take a minute and talk about something we have in common, and that's the real estate market. Steve reports it in his newspapers. Hopefully Eric and I are part of creating some of that market. So crazy times. It's unreal.
Unreal. I've made a resolution. If I borrow any money in 2021, it's going to be from a realtor. All they're doing is closing sales and deals. This is the busiest market. I've been down reporting on news down here since 1996. I have never seen so many closings and activity on a weekly basis than the past couple of months. What's going on?
People are coming into this part of Florida from everywhere. We get a listing. There's a cadence we go through. We bring in 2 different professional videographers to do different shots and things like that. We don't even get time to get them scheduled anymore. We took a listing on the island last week. It was a condo on day 1. Day 2 for breakfast, we had it under contract already. At lunch on that day, the contract fell apart. That happens.
Okay.
But we had it back under contract again by dinner. So I sold the same condo twice in one day. It is just phenomenal down here.
Are people wanting to move in? Are these new residents coming in, or is it people taking advantage of prices going up? A little of both?
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
We're a second home market. We have folks permanently moving down here from the colder states. We have folks looking for a second home. We have folks down here that have a second home that are looking to sell that and buy a different second home, move up, things like that. But the whole key comes, here's why it's most important to have a qualified and an educated broker on your side because of the market dynamics. You want to make sure whether you're a seller or a buyer, your broker understands the dynamics of your market. If it's a home, which subdivision is it in? The dynamics of every sub on Longboat or in Sarasota or Bradenton, they're different.
Yeah.
So your plan has to be different.
That's true.
If you're a buyer and you want to find something, you need a broker that will work relentless, combing through the listings, understanding what's coming at us, because we all get advanced scoop in terms of things that may be popping on the market. And you need somebody that understands that's willing to work hard for you. It is all about, I say real estate is local. Here's what I mean by that. We were out independent years ago, and we were happy with the success, but we ultimately tried 2 national brokerage chains, and I think the world of the brands, they really are. But now we're back on our own, and the reason is local is better. We can better service our clients. We don't have to ask for permission. We can do what's right for a client right on the spot. It's understanding the dynamics of the market. It's understanding what's the best plan for a buyer or seller. It's coaching them through the process. Ultimately, the only goal we have is helping them achieve their goal, their personal goal.
Yeah. Well, Mike, and I also have one thing I've talked to you about this, and a lot of people. I think Florida and this region, even though we went through a really hard year, and thank God there's this vaccine now.
Mm-hmm.
So this area, as good as it could be, the lifestyle during the COVID crisis, I think we fared better than many other cities in the rest of the country.
Life. And we're not going to get political with this, but Florida opened up early, so we have the freedom to move around. For me personally, it's still about being careful.
And you could still walk the beach here.
Yes.
You could eat. You could get great food to go. The restaurants adapted.
And when we were out with clients and stuff, the restaurants we support right now are the ones that have outdoor seating. So we're still making our decisions to be safe. We want to make sure that our buyers and sellers are safe, that everyone's protected. Like you mentioned, the vaccine is coming. When we look at real estate locally, or we look at it nationally, the forecasts are for this to continue for quite some time.
Gotcha.
They were predicting a couple of years ago a recession would hit in 2020 or 2021. It did. We're truly in the midst of a recession right now. There's a group of folks in this country that are hurting really, really bad, but no one predicted it would be because of the pandemic. But the point that I'm making is they said for that recession is that the real estate market wouldn't be impacted.
Right.
For the last 6 recessions, 4 of them had no impact to real estate, no
Okay.
negative impact. So we're going through that right now. So as we do the ups and the downs in our economy that we always experience, they're saying in the next 2 to 3 years, it will only get stronger.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
it's just, overall crazy times, but it's understanding the market. It's, I hear a lot of people saying, well, things are selling too fast. How do you find something for your buyer? Plain old fashioned hard work. There's no secret sauce other than that. It's the relationships we have with other brokers. It's staying on top of when something pops on the market. We know off the top of our heads which client is looking for that, and we.
So in
pounce
this
on it.
kind of market, you almost might have to work 2, 3, 4 times harder to
Yes.
find a home for someone, and then when you find it, it could be gone.
And see, that's what
Yeah.
makes the difference of a successful broker today. It's putting in that extra work, not belly aching in terms of it's hard to find something for your buyer. That's our job.
Well, one of the worst feelings I had was much younger, when I was in my early 20s. My wife and I found a home we really wanted, had a realtor, 25 years ago. Didn't know anyone, picked a realtor. We lost the deal. And you know what I was told later on was, oh, this other realtor got it because she knew how to work the system, and she got her offer in right, and I knew nothing back then. And I always really regretted that. I picked a very inexperienced person. I'm not trying to make a pitch for you or anyone, but it really pays in this business. And since it's all about the same percentage, you all charge a similar fee.
Well, and the sellers pay our side.
The sellers
with
pay
the
your
buyer.
side. So to me, in this kind of market more than ever, I'm going to want a realtor who knows the people,
Yep.
who might have a listing or knows someone who might want to sell, and who knows every detail of this market. Because you don't want to waste time either
No,
and look at homes that don't work.
You can't. And also,
Yeah.
we have a formula that's successful. If a buyer wants a property, we can almost guarantee we can get it for them. And there's a process we work through that protects our buyer during the whole bidding process, if you would. And I'm willing to share more about that. If you want to call me, give me a call. Happy to do that. But our buyers, if they truly love a property, we can get it for them. But it's that kind of hard work. It's that kind of experience that makes it happen.
I admire how hard you're working. I'm in the news business, so I like to keep my income under control and lower than realtors. But you guys are really working hard, having amazing years. I'm amazed at the level of work you're doing and your industry in general. I mean, this is a tough time. You have to show during COVID regulations. You have to deal with people who want to always, in today's market, everyone wants to renovate. No one's happy with what they're buying, so they're looking at it as a future project. They want connections on renovations. They want good bones. It's not as simple as just finding something, making an offer, and waiting.
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to be willing to engage at 10 o'clock at night. If your client's willing to do that, there's no set hours anymore. It's not a
9 to 5.
Not at all. And so, but the thing is, this is exciting. This is why we sell real estate. This is what Eric and I love about this. These are exciting times. They're challenging times. And it's all about a plan so that our clients, whether they're a seller or a buyer, will win. And that's what's fun.
And just so the viewers know, we picked this spot. We're here, and you're not capturing in this video, but behind us is the Gulf of Mexico, which you can't see because you got some sea grapes there. But we're on Longboat Key. You have the beautiful Gulf of Mexico behind us. We're at a pool at Sea Place, which is glistening. The breeze is beautiful. I'm saying all that because you know what? Most of the country doesn't have this weather right now.
And
that's why people want to live here.
And even though you're wearing a long sleeve shirt and I've got a sweater on because it is a little bit chilly, Florida standards, it's just gorgeous. I agree.
Yeah, I'll be playing tennis later today.
This is perfect. So thanks for watching. We'll be back again with some more information on the west coast of Florida. We truly appreciate the fact you took some time to watch this video. Steve,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
the update, Mike.
Yep.